Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch You Want, and thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Parmigiani Fleurier Kalpagraphe in Palladium. You can see this Palladium chronograph on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the video at any time to see our complete listing for this watch, with high-resolution photographs, accessories included, and of course, complete pricing information. On my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, the Palladium Kalpagraphe has impressive presence. It's difficult to read its size in any conventional fashion, so the best place to start in this case would be with the lug-to-lug measurement. Now, from extremity of lug to opposite extremity, the watch has a broad 53 millimeter span. Now, because of those wonderfully expressive and sculpted lugs, it actually also has a little bit of effective case camber, so it turns down and around the wrist rather than flaring up and over the edges. So even if you're borderline to wear this watch in terms of wrist size, laterally measured, the watch does curve around the forearm and it provides a good visual fit as well as a secure fit on the wrist. Now, in terms of thickness, it's actually quite reasonable. Despite the many undulations of this complex case, it only comes out to 13 millimeters in thickness, and while the lugs look like they might cause a sleeve to hang up, in fact, the slope of the case flank allows tight sleeves or dress cuffs to easily ride up and over the side of this one. Now, 40 millimeters across the broadest portion of the case, that is from side to side, doesn't include the crown or the chronograph pushers. It does, however, include the flared and extended lugs. Now, the watch has impressive heft on the wrist. It's made of 95% pure palladium. Back in 2005, Parmigiani was a pioneer in the use of palladium. Along with Ulysse Nardin, Parmigiani helped to introduce this precious metal into mainstream watchmaking, and in 2007 they launched the first of the Kalpagraphe series. So we have that combination of palladium with the almost iconic Parmigiani Fleurier Kalpagraphe case, and you can see how moving inboard from those lugs, the watch has many compound curves. The flanks of the case tumble away even as they bend laterally. You can see that the underslung lugs allow the semi-conforming end pieces of the strap to read as visually integrated. There's almost no daylight between the strap and the flank of the case, and yet there is no constraint on the strap. It can fold straight down around the curve of a smaller wrist, so you get that visual integration without the sort of persistent flare that you often get when a strap closes the flank of the case. It's also a beautiful Hermes strap. As is the case with all Parmigiani watches, when equipped with a strap, it is a Hermes strap. Very nicely rendered with a rectangular scale, black alligator, and a monotone stitch. It's also minimally bolstered, but it's paired, interestingly, with an 18-karat white gold Parmigiani branded buckle, so a little bit of an upscale touch for a precious metal watch. Moving inboard from that expressive case, you can see that the dial is no less intricate. Now, it works on a couple of levels. You have the rose gold plated hands, indices, and Arabic numerals. The outer portion featuring the hour track actually has a rose lathe undulating engraved pattern in it, so it's a very intricate rose lathe guilloche outboard. Moving inboard, the center of the dial is a matte slate punctuated by white calibrations and the plated gold surround for the marquee, as well as the gold surrounds for the sub-registers. So this dial has impressive detailing, but it also has several layers moving down from the hands, down to the numerals, down to the hour track, and into the sub-registers themselves. The watch has colors, textures, and levels to articulate this somewhat complex but easily read dial. Now at center, you can see Parmigiani's signature delta hands. They're not alphas, they're not Dauphine, they're sort of a fusion of the two, but they are loomed, so you can view this extravagant dress-style watch in low or no light conditions. Now, at 12 o'clock, there is a date. It does have a quick set, thanks to the Parmigiani caliber 334 within. The watch also features a vertical clutch chronograph module, so when you stop and start the chronograph, there's no stagger when you stop, there's no jump when you start, and because it is a vertical clutch, you can leave it running continuously with no hazard to the movement if you prefer to have hours, minutes, and seconds all at center. Now, on the case back, you can see that Parmigiani in-house caliber. 68 jewels, 303 parts. It's automatic winding, unidirectional for better efficiency, and with the added refinement of ceramic rotor bearings for still more efficiency. Now, it features twin mainspring barrels, operating in series, and you can see them peeking out from underneath the barrel bridge. With the twin mainspring barrels, you get a 50-hour power reserve and very even torque release throughout that power reserve. Now, the watch features a chronograph module, as mentioned before, because this is a base caliber produced by Parmigiani's in-house movement manufacturer that's fairly well known throughout high horology. It appears in references from Parmigiani to Bulgari to Richard Mille, so it has an impeccable pedigree. It's very nicely decorated here too, with a skeletonized winding rotor, linear Côte de Genève, and there is a tight and even perlage across the base plate, as well as nicely polished screw heads throughout. Now, the movement itself features 68 joules because it is modular. Whenever you see sort of a over-the-moon joule count in excess of 50 or 60 joules, that often means that there's a chronograph on top of a base caliber. And the two of them work beautifully in tandem here, with the smooth, refined action of the vertical clutch and the long power reserve and manufacture integrity of the Parmigiani PF334 caliber. You can see this unique Palladium Kalpagraphe, mechanically and aesthetically refined, undoubtedly distinctive, on our website, watchyouwant.com.